Juliet. Yes, looks yes. How about yes, we can talk about the MJA. Yeah.
Sure. I'm happy to talk about that. I had
Yes.
joined MJA during the pandemic, actually, and so this was a really, difficult time during the pandemic, a lot for the Asian Americans, and I was seeking um, kind of community, especially during that time when all of us were isolated, right? And I was fortunate to come across Monty Jade, Asian American, and the mentorship program through this group MJAA, and decided to join because the mission of the organization is to accelerate the advancement of emerging Asian American leaders. And how do we do that? We do it through three pillars. We do it through mentorship, we do it through leadership skills training, and then the last part is networking, creating that and fostering that community. So this organization has been, I think, operating, creating this mentorship program every year for over 10 years now. I think it's closer to like probably 15 to 20 even. And the original Monty Jade West organization came to really help support the engineers who were coming from Taiwan to Silicon Valley to work, and they were truly a minority at that time. So there was a need to create this community to help support the engineers coming from Taiwan as they were growing in the careers here in Silicon Valley. Since then, it's really opened up to Asian Americans in general, and it's still very focused on the Bay Area. During the pandemic, it was virtual for my year, and then we went into a hybrid format for the last 2 years, and Michael participated in that format where we had remote, participants like yourself too, and then others who were in the Bay Area. For this year, as we're coming into a new normal with the pandemic, we want to emphasize those deep in-person connections. I think we can all agree that while virtual remote sessions like this allows us to give access to so many more people, there's still something about having that in-person connection that really creates that tight bond. And so we want to this year go and offer an in-person experience. And so this year's program is going to be in the Bay Area. And for those who can join us for our monthly workshops and mentoring family meetings, that's what we're going to really focus in on. It's a 6-month program from October until March, and we meet once a month to have these workshops where we talk about topics that are important for development, such as communication, networking, how to build high-performing teams. And then we also have family groups, and this is where a lot of the value, I think, comes in, where the mentees are put into a group of 5 where they're with peers, and then there's an executive mentor as well as what we call a family lead, who is someone who went through the program as a mentee and are now volunteering to help facilitate these family group meetings. And it's through these meetings with the mentees and the mentor that you get to really talk about the challenges you're facing, topics that you might be afraid to talk to about with your manager or your colleagues at work. This is a safe space for people to really talk and also practice the skills that we're teaching, skills that they want to really hone. And so that's a big crucial part of the program, and the families meet about once a month as well. And then sprinkled throughout the program, we have networking opportunities and events where we actually get together with like groups like CASPA, like we have a quarterly hike, and we want to be able to help foster not only connections in MJAA, but also with the members in other organizations that are also doing great work to advance the Asian American community. So this year I'm chair and Michael is vice chair. I'd like to see if Michael, if you want to add something about your own experience and MJA as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think MJA, program has been beneficial, at least for me, in being able to meet other professionals in this field, and then also to do that peer mentorship group. We really emphasize having the ability to practice leadership in a safe space. And both Julie and I, as chair and vice chair, like this is also a leadership opportunity for us to practice our leadership skills with a group of volunteers and other mentees in leading the program. Some of the benefits that I've received really from the community has been to be able to meet other awesome mentees and candidates and being able to share, our own struggles in, being Asian, growing up in the Bay Area, and then really how do we evolve and grow our careers. For me, it was really eye-opening to learn about other disciplines, right? And as an engineer, trained as an engineer myself, but being able to learn about sales and finance and marketing, which are very different product functions than I would have had the exposure to naturally. And so that really helps open my eyes and understand, the priorities and the sorts of questions, right? When certain projects are proposed, and being able to bring a more holistic view back to my organization. And so
Yes, so we're
Yeah, do we have
actively
some
recruiting.
yeah, do we have